Hey guys, Natalia Schneimler here. I help boy moms have a better relationship with their sons and themselves by teaching them the tools how to manage their mind so that when anything comes up in life, they know exactly how to take care of themselves and their kids. So, how are you guys? I'm so excited about this topic. I think it's my favorite topic ever because I think I made a full 180 in this area myself. And so I love to preach this to other moms. So I want to talk to you about anticipating what you will need as your full-time job. What if anticipating what you will need next Monday night was your full-time job? What if anticipating what you will need next Thursday morning when you have to pick up other people's kids, or next Thursday when the kids have sports, and what will you need emotionally, physically, logistically? What will you need when on the weekend your husband's away and you have all these sports and birthday parties and you also have to help out somewhere else? What will you be needing? Not your kids, not the church, not the school. What will you need and also want? And when I say need, I mean in the sense of all the senses. What will you like as a support? What would you like as a comfort? What would you need logistically, like food-wise, car-wise, time-wise, right? Emotionally, spiritually, what will you need to support yourself to then execute on all these demands? So what if anticipating all of your needs was your full-time job and you had to actually sit down and prepare for the job and plan it out? So the reason why I named this episode Socks in the Mudroom is because I have all of the boys and my own socks in the mudroom in different separate drawers right by where the shoes are, because I have learned that putting them there saves me time and saves me having to wait for boys. So, if they weren't in the mudroom, they would be in their bedroom, so they would all have to go back upstairs, grab the socks, go back down, and manage. Trying to get kids to do anything is nearly impossible, right? So having them do socks and shoes at the same time in the same place saves a lot of headache. It bulks two actions into one. So now I have to do half the job. So it helps me anticipate my need at the time when we have to leave. Transitions are super, can be rough, right? If you don't execute them well, if you don't plan well, if you don't give yourself plenty of time, and so on, right? You know all the obstacles. So anticipating what you will need, and you will need 4 kids or however many kids, even one kid, getting him from the house to the car or to wherever you're going. You will need to have him do that in less than hopefully 10 minutes, right? So how can you make your life easier by anticipating your need ahead of time? I find that anticipation, it's a kind of a corner, it's a necessary way of approaching any hospitality. And hospitality to yourself, taking care of yourself, right? When you leave the room and you tidy up after yourself, you're anticipating that you're going to return to that room and enjoy the tidiness, right? So that's just an example. But what if you took anticipating your own needs as a full-time job? Then you would do, this is my guess, that you would do a lot of thinking about what you need in the future as opposed to reacting. You would be a lot more proactive in planning all the things, and you will be a lot less reactive. And that would then impact your meals, your time, and that would also impact, I believe, in saying no to a lot of things that are going to be in the way of getting what you need, right? So, I think this is like a huge mindset that you can adopt, and it will translate in so many ways that I don't even know how you're going to implement it in action-wise, but I know that simply by spending anywhere from 2 to 5 minutes each week to simply sit down and look at your next week and ask yourself, okay, if I have this commitment on this night, what will I need? How can I set up myself for dinner, right? What will I need that night? And if I have a super busy day at work and I have all these things at night, what will I need? Then if you know what you need, then it's so much easier to give yourself what you need and not wait for others to do that for you. So take anything from this, if you take anything from this episode, is treat anticipating what your needs as a full-time job. Because guess what? It is your full-time job. Because you want to have a really good time next week. You want to be taken care of. You want to be supported. You want to be rested. You want to have your wants and needs heard, not just the kids. So socks in the mudroom, I think, is such a specific small example that you can find example like that in your own life. Where can you anticipate something that you can tweak so you can make it better, right? Another one I came up with in my head is I have allergy pills in my car on my side door because I find that every time I sit down, I remember to take an allergy pill and give it to my son who's beside me, because that saves me, that takes care of me in the future, because the morning is pretty hectic with all the lunches and breakfast and all the kids and getting myself ready, that I forget and I don't think about taking an allergy pill until I sit in the car. And then I remember, and then I'm like, and then I think, oh, I wish I had an allergy pill here. So that, right, took to get to me to put allergy pills in my car. I had to pay attention to what I need. I had to really listen to, oh, you know what? This would really create a great flow, right? Socks in the mudroom. No one has to go back upstairs, and pills, allergy pills in the car, because beginning of the day, we're driving to school and I can take it one right away and give it to my son. Just specific small examples where you are very good at anticipating your needs tomorrow. And how do you know your needs for tomorrow? Just look at them today. What did you need this morning that you didn't get? What did you need tonight? What do you need today, right? Having the same problem over and over again, that means you're having the same thought over and over again. Remember, I had an episode about grapes where I kept buying grapes for my family and no one would eat grapes because I kept having the same thought. Ooh, grapes would be lovely, so beautiful and such good variety. I kept having that thought, buying the grapes, and then no one would eat them. So I had to pay attention to the thought. Why am I buying grapes? The same thing here. I have to pay attention to my thoughts. For example, if you need something, if you have an exercise, if you have a training session or exercise and you think, oh, I wish I had an extra 15 minutes right now so I can grab a coffee quick, or I can not rush. Now that's a need, right? For you to have a little bit more space, to not rush. Then you can ask yourself, can I do that? How can I give myself a little bit more of that space? So then tomorrow or next week, when you're doing the same thing again, you think, wow, that was a great thing of me to plan extra 15 minutes so that I can meet my own need and not rush and feel good and move through my day easily, right? That means you have to pay attention. So I encourage you to really pay attention, write those things down on your phone, and that really is paying attention to your irritations. When you're irritated, now that is a good way to know that your need is not being met. How can I meet it now? All right, guys. So anticipate what you need. Remember, the whole episode is about you, what you need, not your kids. And treat it as a job. Like if you do this at work. I had a conversation with a mom and she said, oh my gosh, what you're saying is I have to do this at home. She says, I already do all of this at work. I already take everything seriously at work and plan it out and think about it. I just haven't been doing it at home. All I have to do is just start thinking intentionally at home about my plans at home and start anticipating and planning and consciously making decisions about my life at home. If I do that, what I do at work, if I do that at home, it's going to be so easy. So that's why I'm bringing this up to you so that you also treat it as a full-time job. Okay, guys, I love you all so much. If you need any help, of course, find me on my website, www.coachingnatalia.com, and sign up for a free session. Come chat with me. Tell me what's irritating you. We can fix it up. Okay, love you. Bye.